everyone. Thank you so much for visiting with me today. Today, what I'm doing is a marathon of videos, if you will. I got the idea from my friend Shelly from Geek Out of Water. She and I were talking, and she told me that she had been doing this and that her subscribers really seemed to like it, and I thought you would as well. So what I did, I took my 3 top videos in foundations, and two are just drugstore foundations, and one of them is my summer foundations. I'm going to be popping in between videos, and I'll be, the modern day Marlene will be popping in and letting you know what I liked or what I still like, what I still wear. I pretty much wear everything that I'm going to be showing you. I will be leaving timestamps down below in case you just want to skip around or hop around between videos, or if you want to watch the whole marathon, you're more than welcome to do that. I have videos from May 2018, June 2018, and September 2019. The reason I chose those were because I wanted to show you the foundations that were so popular back at that time, foundations that I was using and that I still love and use. And like I said, I will be popping in between the videos and letting you know, hey, I am still using this or not. The first video that I'm going to pop in here for you is from May 2018, and that was my top 5 foundations, and it was a collaboration that I did. The foundations that I talk about in that video, I still really like. My favorite that I have repurchased over and over again is the one from L'Oreal. So let's get to that video, and then I'll be back. Hi everyone, it's Marlene. Welcome back. I am so excited to be here. Don't I always say that? I always am excited. Today we have a very special collaboration for you. We are going to let you know what our top 5 favorite foundations are from the drugstore. All right, now without further ado, let's get into my 5 favorite drugstore foundations for normal skin. The first foundation, hold on, let me back up here. I have to tell you, I do not do real well with drugstore foundations. So when Natalie first told us about this about 2 or 3 months ago, I said I need to go out on a quest and find what foundations work really well. And my criteria for the foundation was, more than anything else, that it would last from at least 10 hours, minimum of 8 hours, that it would look natural, that it would be comfortable to wear, and that it wouldn't oxidize. So that was my criteria as I set out. Let me tell you, ladies, I went through a lot of foundations looking for this. As you know, if you know me, you know that most of my foundations are more from the department store, a little higher end. But I knew that there had to be foundations out there. I just needed to look and try, and I did. I found them. Watch. The first one that I'm going to talk to you about, I fell in love with this foundation, and this is from L'Oreal. This is the Visible Lift. This is a light to medium coverage. It looks beautiful throughout the day. I apply this in the morning, and it just looks gorgeous. It is, I was blown away actually by this foundation. This has a radiant finish. It has an SPF of 17. It is available in 12 shades, and this one is about $14.95. It dries very quickly. You have to work quickly with this foundation, and it has incredible pigmentation. It evens out your skin tone. Even though this is a light to medium coverage, I think it evens out your skin tone so well. I think that this is slowly going to become one of my favorite foundation. I love it. If you haven't tried this foundation and you're looking for a really nice foundation from the drugstore with the radiant finish, you might want to give this one a try. The next one is one, actually I tried this one because my daughter Stephanie recommended it to me. And this is the Stay Matte Mousse Foundation. The price on this varies tremendously. On Amazon you can get this for $3.79 and at Walgreens it's like $5.49, $5.50, something like that. It is available in 16 shades. And when Stephanie told me about this, I thought, really? Well, I've got to tell you ladies, this is amazing. You just need a little bit. It is also buildable. It says that it has a matte finish. Even though this has a matte finish, it is a beautiful matte finish. It doesn't look dry on your skin. I think it's best for normal and oily skin. That's my 2 cents worth on this, except I can't talk for oily skin because I have normal, but that's the impression that I got from it. It looks so natural. It is light and it leaves your skin baby soft. It's amazing what this mousse foundation does. It spreads very evenly. It is medium coverage, but you can build it to full coverage. It is just a gorgeous, gorgeous, very, very budget-friendly foundation. I am very happy that Stephanie recommended it to me, and I tried it for a few days because she's 30 years old, and I thought, well, maybe it works on a 30-year-old and it's not going to work on a 60-year-old, but no, I was wrong. It worked for the 30-year-old and it also works for me. I love it, and I am so glad that I tried it. I'm sure that you will love it too. Give this one a try if you need a foundation and you want it to be matte. You know I can't leave this one out of the group, and that is the Rimmel Stay All Day. This is a medium coverage foundation. It has an SPF of 20 and it is available in 16 shades. This foundation, you have heard me talk about it so many times. It looks beautiful, just beautiful. It truly lasts all day. It is moisturizing and therefore it has a radiant finish. I love it. Now, I do want to tell you the ones that I'm talking about do have a pump, except for this one obviously doesn't have a pump. It's in a squeezy tube, and this one has a doe foot. If you don't like a doe foot, just apply a little bit to the back of your hand and use the beauty blender. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous foundation. The next one that I want to talk to you about is the Maybelline Super Stay. This is a full coverage foundation. It is approximately $11.99 and it is available in 16 shades. This is high pigment foundation. This is what I'm wearing today. This foundation lasts. What you see right now, that's how it is when I first apply it, and that's what it is at night. It doesn't matter in this heat. You could sweat. You can be working, doing all your running around, and this foundation does not budge. It goes on so smoothly. It just looks so pretty. And what I do, because the finish is somewhat matte, I just make sure that I have my moisturizer or my oils on, and I do not have any problem whatsoever with this foundation. This was an incredible find. I am so happy that I tried this foundation. Actually, I'm really happy that Natalie talked to us about doing this collaboration, because I probably wouldn't have tried all of these drugstore foundations if it wasn't for that. The next foundation that I wanted to talk to you about is the Maybelline Better Than Skin foundation. This foundation is probably one of the first drugstore foundations that I fell in love with. This is a full coverage foundation. It lasts all day long. It truly does. It looks beautiful all day. It has an SPF of 15. It is available in 16 shades, and it is depending where you get it, it is about $11.99. Now you can go on Amazon and different shades have different prices. I'm not exactly sure why they do that. Maybe because the more popular shades are a little bit more and the less popular shades are less, I guess. This is a beautiful, beautiful foundation. It feels and looks so natural on the skin. There is one downside to this foundation. When I first purchased it, I would be able to find it at Walgreens and CVS, and now for, I don't know what's the reason the drugstores aren't carrying it, at least not the ones near me. I have been ordering on Amazon. You can order it from the Maybelline website and you can get it on Amazon, but they don't, at least in mine, they just don't have it. If you see it at any other store, if you use this foundation, I would love for you to let me know. Is that 5? It is. Those are my 5. I could go on. No, I can't. All right, those are the 5 foundations that I found from the drugstore that I think work so well for normal skin. If you have a foundation for normal skin that you love and it's from the drugstore, I would love to hear from you. I would love to know which one I didn't try, and maybe I should get it in my collection. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate every single one of you. And ladies, don't forget, follow your passion, whatever it may be. I'll see you next time. Bye. The next video that I'm going to show you is from June 2018, and that is my top 5 summer foundations at that time. And you know, I thought it was, even though I really wanted to show you primarily drugstore foundations, I also wanted to bring to you my favorite summer foundations that I did back then in 2018. And I have to tell you, I still love every single one of these. I still use them. I have repurchased them. I have repurchased the Bare Minerals many times, which is a really light foundation. What I did in this video that's coming up, I went from the lightest coverage, more like a sheer coverage, to the more full coverage, the medium to full coverage. I love these foundations for the summer, and I think that you will really enjoy seeing what I was loving back in 2018, and here we are a few years later and I am still loving the same foundation. So let's get rolling to let's turn the clock back to June 2018. Hi everyone, it's Marlene. Welcome back. Thank you so much for visiting with me today. Today I have a special video. It is a collaboration with my beautiful besties here from YouTube. Natalie brought us together once again to bring you our favorite summer foundations. And I have normal skin that I'm now starting to see a little dry patches every now and then. But I thought this was a great idea because we also live in different parts of the country. As many of you know, I live in Florida where the humidity is very high and where it gets very hot. And my other home is in Kansas, and that is, I think, even hotter than Florida. All right, without further ado, I will get right into it. All right, to start off, I am going to start out with the least amount of coverage and I'll work my way up. And the first one that I want to talk to you about is the Bare Minerals Complexion Rescue. This is the second one that I purchased of this, and I use mine in Spice. This is a tinted moisturizer, and it is available in 16 shades. This is a gel cream that combines hydrating skincare, and it has a natural radiant finish. It basically gives you a very healthy, natural glow. And you can wear this as light, or you can wear it, it goes from light to medium. It's more on the light side, but it has great ingredients. It is absolutely beautiful. I love wearing this, and because I live in Florida, and it is hot here most of the year, as many of you know, this has been a salvation, because if I am just running around throughout the day and it's 90 degrees out, I don't want a heavy foundation, and this just works beautifully. Of course, you could always use it underneath your regular foundation. This has been a brand new find for me. I have only been using it during this previous month. I cannot say enough of this. This is the Lancome BB cream. This has an SPF of 30 and it doesn't have any fragrance. It hydrates, it protects, it evens out your skin tone. It offers a 24-hour foundation. 24-hour hydration, not foundation. 24-hour hydration. This has a medium coverage, but it's very natural. I would say it's the light to medium coverage, not a full medium coverage. What I do with this is I apply it and then I add either a little bit of the Bare Minerals or of the Laura Geller powder over it, just to really set it in, even though it's not necessary, but I do that sometimes. It wears beautifully throughout the day. When I purchased this, I think I wore it every single day. The last few days of school, I wore this every single day, and it just looked beautiful. One of the teachers told me, "Oh, I want that foundation that you wear." I said, "I'm not wearing a foundation. I'm wearing a BB cream." It really looks gorgeous, and I'm not sure if I told you, this is available in 6 shades. You're gonna say, okay, are they all your favorites? Well, they're my favorite summer foundations, yes. This is the Bare Pro by Bare Minerals. This is gorgeous. Now this one offers a bit more coverage. This is a medium to full coverage. It is available in 30 shades and it has an SPF of 20. This one blurs and it covers any imperfection, but it is light and it is comfortable. It feels like skin when you are wearing this. It has a matte finish, but it's natural. I love it. This is, yes, I have my backup in the drawer because I loved it so much. So when it went on sale on Ulta, I went ahead and I purchased another one just because I know that I love it. And we have summer here for so long that I knew I would get lots of use for it. So if you are looking for a medium, more of a matte natural finish that offers that medium coverage, but that you can also build up, you can sheer it, you can build it up. This is gorgeous, absolutely beautiful. The next foundation I'd like to talk to you about is the Dior Forever. This is a luminous matte finish. It is natural and long lasting. It's perfect for the summer. It has an SPF of 35 and like I said, it does have a matte finish. This is a medium to full coverage, just like the Bare Pro. You can build this foundation up as much as you like, but you can also wear it as a medium coverage when you sheer it out a bit. It is lightweight, it is long wearing, and it blends so beautifully. I like to use this foundation. When I apply it, I like to apply it with a brush, and once I have it all evened out, I like to go back in with the Beauty Blender and then just pat it in and sheer it out a little bit. It makes my mature skin look as flawless as I can get at this age. I can't say I'm going to end up with a flawless finish or a flawless complexion, because that is not true. When I want a more dewy look with this foundation, what I do, because it is matte, I add a little bit of either moisturizer or a little bit of oil to it, or even a liquid highlighter, and you will get that dewy finish with it. It is long wearing. Well, all of these are long wearing. Otherwise, I wouldn't be talking about it. So if you want something in this category, that medium to full coverage, this is an excellent choice. The next foundation I'm going to talk to you about is a staple in my collection. I always have to have this foundation. I have been using it for years. I love it. I love the way it looks. I love the way it feels. I love that it is a medium to full coverage. I could either pack it on or sheer it out, and it looks amazing. And that is the Lancome Tint Idole. If someone told me that I had to give up all of my foundations after I got really upset about it, I would say that this is the one that I would pick. This is available in 40 shades and it has an SPF of 15. This foundation can go sheer and it can build up to complete coverage. What I love so much about this foundation is that it is breathable and it looks like skin. It looks like skin and it feels like skin. It is water resistant and it is sweat proof and it doesn't clog your pores, which is, I think, why this is such a cult favorite for the summer, because I can be sweating, I can be as hot as can be, and this foundation doesn't budge. It doesn't go anywhere. And if you build it up to full coverage, it does not crease at all. It stays the way you apply it. That's the way this foundation will look throughout the day. It is gorgeous. All right, those are my 5 favorite summer foundations. I love them. They're the ones that I will be traveling with this summer. They're the ones that I will probably be using all the way until our summer here in Florida is gone, which is probably sometime in November. Thank you all so much for visiting. Thank you for spending this time with me. Thank you everyone so much. And don't forget, ladies, follow your passion, whatever it may be. I'll see you next time. Bye. For the last part, I'm going to September 2019. You're going to see a couple of repeats on there that were in my 2018 favorites. But they were still favorites in 2019, and here we are in 2021, and I still wear these foundation. I still stand by them. There are only 2 repeats from the previous video on this video coming up. Everything else is fairly new, but I have to tell you, everything that I talk about in this video, whether it's the Candid Foundation or it's the L'Oreal Visible Lift or the Soap and Glory, they're still foundations that I love and that I use. So let's get rolling so you could hear about them and knowing that I still love these foundations 2 years later. Thank you so much for joining me today. As you can see, I am back in Florida after a 2-day long trip and 15 hours with no internet, but hey, we're getting there. Today's video is going to be about my favorite drugstore foundations. In the last few weeks, I have talked a lot about the high-end foundations and I reviewed some of them, and I thought, it's really time to talk to you about my favorite foundations that are from the drugstore. Actually, from the drugstore, you can find foundations that are just as good or even better than some of the high-end. So I wanted to bring to you which are some of my favorites. This idea actually, it was kind of brainstormed. I was talking to Monica from Monica's Beauty and Lifestyle, and she was talking about one of the foundations that I'm going to talk about in just a little bit here, because Monica actually recommended it. And as much as we talk, and as well as I think that we know each other pretty well, Monica didn't know that I liked drugstore foundation. She was quite surprised. So she said to me, that might be a really good video idea, since if she didn't know about it, you probably don't either. I want to just take a moment also to welcome all of my new subscribers. I'm so happy that you're here, and I hope that you join us in the comment area so I can get to know you as well. All right, without further ado, let's get started. I'm not going in any particular order. What I do want to say about all of these foundations is that I love them. They're just different from one to the other. There are two of them that I do have a comparison for you. The first one I want to talk about, I have talked about lots on my channel, and that is the Revlon Candid. This is a very lightweight foundation. It has a natural finish. It is $16.99, right around there. The downside on this foundation is that it's only 0.75 ounces, so it's definitely something to keep in mind. It comes in a squeezy tube, and it does have a pump. I use shade 420, and the last time I made a mistake, and I bought 440, which is a caramel. So what I do with my 420, I just add a little bit of the caramel, and that just gives me the perfect shade. There are 31 shades. This is an anti-pollution, anti-blue light foundation. I think it looks beautiful, a very natural finish. Yes, it is buildable. I just think it looks beautiful. It applies very well, regardless if you use your fingers or a sponge or a brush. It's a very creamy foundation. I think it looks absolutely beautiful. I really love the concealer also from this Candid line. I have purchased this a few times. If you are looking for a foundation with that creaminess that looks natural, that is more on the buildable, on the medium side, and that lasts, this is definitely one to give it a try. And they usually have these buy one, get one half off at Ulta. They usually have sales. The next foundation that I want to talk to you about is the Maybelline Super Stay. This is the Better Skin, and this is the first one that was out. I love this full coverage foundation. It's what I'm wearing today. This foundation is available in 16 shades. You can find this, and it's about $11.99 if you go on the Maybelline website, and you could get it for as low as like $5 and change on Amazon. I think it is a beautiful, beautiful full coverage foundation with a natural finish. It comes in a glass bottle, and it has a pump. It also has an SPF of 15. And this is the foundation that I used while I was teaching. I used it every day, and the reason was that it covered my hyperpigmentation very well, and it lasted. It looked freshly applied. This is not readily available. Like I said, I only found it on the Maybelline website, and I found it on Amazon because now Maybelline has a new Super Stay foundation, and this is the one that you have seen many times before. It is 24 hours. I love them both the same. There's a difference. This newer one has more of a matte finish, while the original one, the Better Skin, has more of a natural finish. So it really all depends on what you're looking for. But both are full coverage. Both look beautiful. Again, it's just a matter of preference. I think both these foundations will work really well on any skin type. And this one, the newer one, because it has a matte finish, you'd probably want to use a primer or make sure that you prep your skin really well if you have dry skin and you're going to use a foundation like this one. The next company that I have a foundation that I love from the drugstore, so to speak, is Makeup Revolution. And the first foundation from Makeup Revolution was the Conceal and Defined foundation. This one is available in 50 shades. My shade is F12. This one has a glass bottle, and it has a doe foot applicator. This is considered a semi-matte or a demi-matte finish. I think this foundation looks beautiful and wears beautifully. This is $12. Most recently, Makeup Revolution launched the Conceal and Hydrate foundation. This one is also in a glass bottle and it has a pump, unlike the other one that has the doe foot applicator. This one also contains hyaluronic acid. I want to make you aware of it. There are a couple of differences between them. The Conceal and Hydrate is 0.7 ounces for the $12, and the Conceal and Define is 0.8 ounces. The Conceal and Define is a medium to full coverage, while the Conceal and Define is a full coverage. I believe I said that this one, the original one, is more of a demi-matte finish. This one, the new one, because it is a hydrating foundation, it is more dewy looking, more luminous. If you have the original one, you do not need to go rush out and buy this unless you want to. If you want more of a medium coverage and you have this one, use a sponge and go lightly on the application of it. This one, you have to build it up. I think this one, oily skin gals will not like it because it will look so dewy unless you wear a mattifying primer underneath. I would stay away from this one. Honestly, if I have a choice between the two of them, I would certainly pick the Conceal and Define solution. From L'Oreal, I have the Visible Lift foundation. The nice thing about this foundation from L'Oreal is that it contains retinol and it also contains vitamin C. Their claims are that eventually throughout time, this foundation has good properties in it that will help it helps with the mature skin. It also has, they claim, anti-aging properties. And that's why I wanted to share it with you, because I love this foundation. It has a beautiful, radiant, natural finish. It is long lasting. It wears beautifully throughout the day. It just looks like skin. If you are looking for a foundation that is a medium coverage, that has good anti-aging properties, that lasts long, I would go definitely with this foundation. It is beautiful. And I can't remember how many shades is available, but I'll leave it on the screen. This foundation is approximately $14 and change on the L'Oreal website. Of course, you could get it for less on some other websites. $10.35 on Amazon. It does say that it is for all skin types, and it also contains an SPF of 17. The last foundation that I have for you is new to my collection. It is by Soap and Glory, and this is the one that I was telling you about, that I've heard others talking about it. Maybe I didn't tell you that. I've heard lots talking about it, but the first content creator that I heard talk about this was Monica from Monica's Beauty and Lifestyle. Monica highly recommended it, and she compared it to the CYO. I've never tried the CYO, so I cannot tell you. What I can tell you is that this is a beautiful, beautiful foundation. This foundation is a plastic packaging and it has a pump. It is a medium coverage foundation and it is lightweight. I think the only downside to this foundation is that it's only available in 12 shades. I did not have a problem finding a shade for me. My shade is in 08. I wanted to let you know also that this is a natural finish. You put it on, it's like skin. It looks really, really pretty. I was really surprised that it worked as well. Probably because I don't have any makeup from Soap and Glory, and I really didn't know. When Monica highly recommended it, I figured it was going to be good, and she was absolutely right. I loved it. I think that this would be good on all skin types just because of that natural finish that it has, and it just looks really pretty. It wears very, very well. I'm really happy with this one. So there you have it. Those are my foundation favorites from the drugstore. I love them all equally. Let me know down below which is your favorite drugstore foundation. Maybe it's one I haven't tried. Thank you everyone for visiting with me. I hope everyone is having a fantastic day. And don't forget, ladies, follow your passion, whatever it may be. I'll see you next time. Bye. Thank you everyone. Let me know what you think about this marathon of reviews. If you want to see, I could do this for a number of other, I could do this for palettes. I could do it with other foundations, standalone foundation reviews. I could string together 2 or 3 different foundations. And always putting timestamps in case there are some that you want to see, and that way you don't have to go searching through all of my feed of, I don't know, 400 plus videos. So let me know, please let me know what you think. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you everyone. I hope everyone is having a fantastic day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.